So we're looking at more of an A-level question than an IGCSE question. The student used DCPIP to find out how much vitamin C is present in different fruit juices. They're using the same quantity and the same concentration of DCPIP throughout. We're just looking at part B, which is use the results to calculate the concentration of vitamin C in the 3 fruit juices. So the idea that the vitamin C is acting as a calibrator, we know that it has a concentration of 10 gram per dm cubed, and we can see you need 1.9 cm cubed of it as a mean to decolorize the DCPIP. What matters to the DCPIP is the number of grams of vitamin C. The water around it is just a carrier, so we need to find out how many actual grams are in that quantity of liquid. We can use the equation concentration equals mass over volume to calculate that, but we have to convert the CM3 into DM3 so that the units we're going to use all match. We don't have to worry about it with the DCPIP because that never changes, but it's important that any quantities we calculate are all using the same units. Now we'll always use the mean, of course, because that's the point of calculating the mean of doing multiple readings, and so we'll take 1.9 cm cubed, we'll divide it by 1,000 to give us 0.0019 dm cubed. Now we can calculate the mass of vitamin C present in that stock vitamin C solution. So we do mass equals concentration times volume, which is just rearranged from our original equation, and that's 10, which is the concentration, times 0.0019, the volume, which gives us 0.019 grams of vitamin C. That is what's required to decolorize the DCPIP every single time. It's going to be the same for all of the juices. A certain number of DCPIP particles need a certain number of vitamin C particles to react with. What's changing is the relative amount of water that the vitamin C particles are floating around in to get to the DCPIP. Now let's work out the concentration of the orange juice. First of all, we have to convert our volume into dm cubed instead of cm cubed. And then what we're going to use is the original equation, concentration equals mass over volume, to calculate the concentration of the juice. Remember, we know that we're going to need 0.019 grams. That is the mass that's present in that orange juice. So we're going to do 0.0019 divided by the volume, 0.0024 dm cubed, and that will give us a concentration of 7.9 grams per dm cubed. We now do the same for the grapefruit juice. Again, the first thing we have to do is convert the volume into dm cubed, and then we are going to calculate the concentration again using the same method. So that is the mass of vitamin C that we know needs to be used to decolorize the DCPIP divided by the volume of the grapefruit juice that we used. That tells us that the concentration is 6.1 gram per dm cubed. And finally, the apple juice. That must be the least concentrated because they had to use so much of it to decolorize the DCPIP. And we do that in the same method, again converting the volume into dm cubed and then calculating the concentration in grams per dm cubed. I hope this all makes sense. It is a very, very hard question, and give me a message if you need any help with anything more.